Okay, so I'm going to do this topic about why I stopped eating meat, about why I am vegan. A lot of you asked, so I decided I'm going to just share with you today because I get tired of like retyping it over and over and over and things like that. So I'm going to let you guys know today. I've been on this lifestyle for almost 3 years at the end of this year. I started in 2013 and I am now here, and I went through the stages of pescatarian, vegetarian, then vegan, not eating any meat, any animal, anything. So, this is how it started off. Now, I was losing my memory in college. I couldn't remember anything. I had to study so hard for the test, and fast forward back, I'm a smart girl. I graduated top 8 out of my class in middle school, and I graduated with honors. So, it was should have been what should have been a cakewalk end up be walking through like the valley of death or something like that. So, anyways, I'm in college and my associate's degree, and every time I get a test, I would just blank out. Like, what? My mind would just go blank, and I would just turn the test in as is because I don't know what the hell was going on. So I was like, I'm too smart for this. I don't know what's going on. So I was talking to my guy friend. His name was Brandon back then, and I'm like, B, what's going on with me? Like I told him, I explained to him what was going on. Like I couldn't remember nothing. It took me all day to study. I never studied, like talking about. I just went in and did my thing, and now I have to study way more. And then when I get the test, I just blank out. So he was like, Tasha, you probably fine. You fine. You just need to go get checked up. Make sure that you don't have like no tumor, nothing, this, that, and the other, and the third. I was like, okay. So at the time, I got a doctor. Her name was Julia Havelbeck. And I'm like, Miss Julia, like, I don't know what's going on. I cannot remember anything. Like, it's becoming so unbearable to go to school. And she was like, you okay, you okay. All we're going to do is we're going to do some tests on you. We're going to do blood tests and we're going to do x-rays. So, because of the nature of I was vegan and I was losing my memory. I mean, well, I wasn't vegan, but I was losing my memory. So she was like, oh, nothing's wrong with you. Everything came back so good. The only thing wrong is your iron is low. We're just going to give you iron pills and whatever, blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, something wrong with me. Something still wrong with me. So, needless to say, I started Googling, getting on YouTube, getting on the internet and everything like that. And like, they say everything is true on the internet. But I ran across this guy. His name was Dehudi Ma'atwa. Now, he was a natural herbalist, and I found his website on D Health Store, and I found a lot of his YouTube videos. And he was saying about how meat is toxic, about if you don't know if something's wrong and nobody can't diagnose it, a lot of times it's your diet. Go in and, try to clean your diet out. Now, he was saying this through videos. I never talked to him personally. So he was really convincing me not to eat no meat, no dairy, no animal products no more. So at this time, I'm like, okay. It was like 2 weeks. I had been watching him 2 weeks consistently, every day, watching all of his videos on mucus, on everything. So I go to the Chinese place. I won't say the name. And I'm like, I'm going to get some shrimp fried rice and fried chicken. That's what I get. I don't usually deviate from that. So I get the fried chicken or whatever, and it has feathers on it, and it was still a little bloody. It looked like they literally grabbed the chicken from the back, took it, put everything together, and like in the grease. Really, that's what they looked like they did. So I'm like, oh no, oh no. I went back to him and I'm like, dude, like my chicken has blood and feathers. And he's like, oh, I sorry, black people like chicken. I'm like, I like chicken, but you ain't right. This chicken not right. I'm like, I want a fresh batch of chicken. So long story short, he went back there and he came back. Now, it looked like this man took the same chicken he took from me and put it back in the grease because some damn feathers were still there. So I was like, at this time, now you can keep the money, you can keep the chicken. I don't want it anymore. At that day, I'm walking out like I am vegan, I am vegetarian, I am whatever. I am not eating any meat anymore. And it didn't take me. I wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna stop pork, I'm gonna stop beef, I'm gonna stop turkey. No, I cut all that out. The only thing I was still eating at this time was fish, and I didn't eat it every day. For that point in time when I first cut everything out, I cut the fish out, I cut everything out. Anything meat, anything with a mother and father, I cut out. So I just was on the eggs and dairy a little bit. I'm not a dairy fan, but I was on it a little bit. So I started to feel much better. And then at this time, I had been off meat for 6 months, and I was going a little bit back and forth. I was eating eggs a lot, but I wasn't eating a lot of cheese. No, So I knew it was, helping me out because I remember I went back. This was my bachelor's degree because I still was going. And the teacher came up and he was like, "Oh, we're gonna give you like a pop quiz." I was like, "Oh, shit." So I'm like, "Man, I ain't studying, even though I don't have to study, but I'm losing my memory. I don't know, like, yeah, I just whatever." So I'm like, "I'm gonna sit down and take the test." He was like, "You know what? I know this test is coming to surprise, so I'm gonna curve it. We make it 80, I'm gonna curve it." I'm like, "Oh, he curved it, thank you, Jesus." So I went and I took the test. I was the last one to finish. I made a freaking 100. You hear me? He was like, "Oh, I can't curve it because Tasha made a 100." I'm like, long story short, I noticed a big difference too from my associates to my bachelor's. In my associate's degree, I had like a 3.2, like 3.3. In my bachelor's, that was in my associates. In my bachelor's, I made almost a freaking 4.0. I graduated with highest honors in college, and everything was all good. And I'm just like, it worked for me. That works for me. That's what worked for me. And it was all because I didn't give up. I tried to see what was going on, and I dissected the problem. And now I feel great. I look great, and this diet is for me. Now, if you're not disciplined, this diet's not for you. I've always been a disciplined girl. I never really drunk much, never really smoked, like talking about, but I don't do anything now. But I just completely left that lifestyle alone. I don't take any medication. When I stopped eating meats, I stopped taking medicine. I don't take any medicine. I don't take anything. If I'm hurting, we just start hurt, which I very seldomly hurt because I'm so natural now. Like if I get a headache, something wrong, and I'm gonna figure it out. Which I don't get headaches. I don't get anything. I just always feel fine. Like I feel great. So I just want to come to you guys with that. Like if you don't know what's going on and you went to your doctor and they can't figure it out, be your own doctor. A lot of times they don't know what's going on with your body. A lot of times you know what's going on with your body. Excuse me, I'm sorry. And start to eliminate some of those things. You'll be surprised of what your body can do and accomplish. Like right now I'm on like a health kick and I'm working out and stuff like that and I'm getting like lean and everything. Trying to cut down. I'm a vegan. I'm doing it with no protein powders or nothing. Everything is 100% all natural. And again, I just want to come to you with that story of why I went vegan and vegetarian, why I did all of that, because a lot of people like, "Oh, well, why you went this way? Why you went that way?" So I just felt like I had to come and tell you guys, and I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. I will leave all my social links down at the bottom because I get to them. So thank you for watching this video, and you have a nice day.